am Otávio, and I'm excited to introduce the Conn2Flow project, a project I'm working in pair with AI in the last 4, 5, 6 months, more or less. And I think that is a great opportunity to show everybody what I did and what I intend to do in the next, I don't know, weeks, months, or more. So we'll start today uh, talking about what is account flow in general way. To introduce yourself, exactly what is going on in the world and what I'm intending to do to face the problems that will appear to everybody in their lives, the way of life, and so on. So I want to talk firstly about the pain points I'm observing in the last months. I entered in one mentorship to get a job abroad. I'm living here in Brazil. I have 20 years of experience as a senior software engineer, and all my life I was an entrepreneur. I have basically two companies that I started by myself. I had a software house and they make a lot of solutions in the last years, and I have one agency of marketing, digital market, by the way, and I have a lot of experience in these last years, passing through as a business guys, but as a task maker as well. I pass in the whole pipeline of production of a product inside a software house, but inside a market field as well. So I think that I have a great experience to understand the things globally. So in the last 9 months, I tried to get my dream work to work outside Brazil and work for a West company. It was such nice time. I liked so much. And I entered in one mentorship to prepare myself to it. I improved my knowledge, understand more precisely how the new modern text tech stacks works, use the agile methodologies and another great nice solutions. How you can face problems of being exchanged from AI is occurring. The layoffs in the start of this January of this year was thing so difficult to people realize exactly what's going on. I understand that the great companies start to do it, in my opinion, because they start to exchange people for using AI agents to do things that is much more solved using AI and models and so on. And people don't realize it, and I think that's necessary in that time to think what you can do to solve these problems. By the way, another pen I've watched from the developers, because I was the role totality of my role experience was as a business guy and a owner of a company, and now I'm facing the problem as a task maker, a guy that it's hired from a company to solve problems and to deliver solutions. And I had that people have a lot of difficulties to get in jobs as no disclosure agreement, it as can't show their real expertise. I saw it, people have a lot of good intentions, good experience, but they made solutions for a company that hired them. And I think this is a thing so difficult because people want to show the experience they have talking about it, but not is permitted to show exactly what they did because this agreement NDA. So it's so important to analyze that is a problem from people to get their jobs, and was a great opportunity for me to understand the real pain from the developers. They didn't have experience in the using this new understanding, this new improvement from the courses and the how can I say multi projects to more to learn, etc. So this is another pain I could watch in this time. Another thing for me it was a surprise for me because I always had what I could show to everybody what I did, and for example, people don't have a portfolio exactly what they did because of the NDA that I talked before. So, and another thing I could see is people is have a lot of difficulty to how to monetize in the digital and AI age. And with this the sets of pains points, I think using my experience that I start one startup from the scratch as a CMS. I made in total three big versions in 10 years more or less of period. It was a CMS, content management system, and looking the pain points and looking this mine experience and thinking about and I started this journey talk with the Gemini 2.5 Pro. This was so nice time in my life, and the talk with using natural language with the AI, I saw a lot of opportunities and make a lot of strategies. And it was project time to do it. I used more or less 4 months in total, watching this experience from the devs and analyze what we can do. And the consequences Conn2Flow. Conn2Flow is a ecosystem that I will talk with profound in the next videos that I will deliver in the next weeks, and make it not only talk the talk but walk the walk as well. Because I did a lot of solutions until today using AI, by the way, and I think that I can show everybody what it's a Conn2Flow. But it's the next steps. I will perform it in the next videos. Another thing that I'm thinking about in that last year, months, as we have a lot of open source project. For example, I use a lot of open source now to record these videos and use it to prepare these materials and this is not a thing for developer people to understand. This is a common for people using libraries, open sources, and the EIT projects and so on. But we have a lot of projects, a lot of current systems that have limitations because NDAs and because the old way of doing software is spread a lot in the marketing. And in this new era of AI, it's needed to connect the things. You need to exchange various ideas because when you understand what is AI is, it's important to understand it. It's a thing that it's needed to have a lot of inputs. How much more inputs we deliver for the AI? Much more they, how can I say, using techniques to machine learning, and they can improve themselves much more. So the whole, how can I say, the totality of the system spread, it's have these limitations. So we think about it, I could understand that it's necessary one open source that connected the system, not one owner about it, one company, big company, etc. No, it's necessary a thing that is open for everybody use it. And the using a lot of techniques today, it's so using Web3s, blockchains, and another techniques to be a system reliable. So it is been using this understanding and understand that now it's necessary open platforms promoting real AI and human collaboration. This is another thing that I think a lot in this last year. last months, because the real is the great companies and the satellites, other companies that is impacted from this new AI age. It's exchange people from AI. It's not a thing was a dream before a fiction movie. It's a reality today. So we as human beings needed a thing to collaborate ourselves to face it and attack this problem. So using all this how can I say understanding, I will show to you what is a control, what it is intended for, and how I think it is such a nice thing to face and attack this problem. By the way, Conn2Flow is not a thing that starts from nothing. I made one root CMS system. The name is Platform to Make. I worked with it for more than 10 years. I delivered 3 big versions. It was so nice thing. In start, I want to more or less 2010. I understand what the start of using of WordPress. I like the idea of WordPress, but WordPress at that time have a lot of problems in performance, and I thought that's needed one thing to concur with it to fight against this problem and deliver a new solution to be a thing that people can use. And using it on, I built a nice thing, a nice system, and I will use this system based the start of it, based on this system to make the Conn2Flow. So Conn2Flow itself is a type of ecosystem, but have one system that is a CMS, but not only a CMS. So CMS itself, it's one thing that people think about. Oh, it's only a page where else and etc. No, is a thing that you manage the connections of the systems, manage not only the systems, but how this how can I say, how the companies will connect and use this idea to deliver values. Now we start to introduce yourself. What is Conn2Flow? Conn2Flow is more than a CMS. It is an ecosystem. This phrase, it's a resume of everything it is Conn2Flow. Conn2Flow, in reality, is an open source platform designed for future of work that people can use their abilities, their emotional intelligence, in pair using the collaboration of the AI that we have in mathematical intelligence to what? As the engine of, for innovation and empowerment. We're facing a lot of problems that I talked before. A lot of people don't understand what's going on. Not the people from that field, the IT industry, etc., because we understand the things because it's a thing inside your profession. But for everybody, it's a thing difficult to understand yet. And it's necessary as not only for the IT people, this ecosystem, it's for the whole humanity because as I told you before, we have a lot of problems, we have a lot of pains that I told you from my experience from the dev field, but you can watch it in the whole society. The ChatGPT, Gemini, and such a cloud and the Rogue. We have a chats, but not only chats. We have a lot of other types of models, AI agents, and a lot of automations itself. So it's necessary to show to people what exactly is important to people entering this new way of work using what? What? I'm structured Conn2Flow basically in 3 interconnected pillars that will be detailed in the next steps. In general, I did one thing that is a type of a ladder to people that don't know what the AI or have the AI understanding and the use AI, and together make a type of community to in together solve these dilemmas that I talked before. So it's important to people understand that you needed to, how can I say, union with self, union ourselves, because of this new way of life as human and AI collaboration, emotional intelligence and mathematical intelligence work together to deliver solutions. Another thing I think was in this period, uh, what is important to use an open source and why now? This great question I've thinking about. For example, I thought that I could honor this solution because it's so nice solution. I could gain such a nice amounts of dollars, but I thought, man, this is a thing that can impact a lot of people, and it is a such nice power that I thought that's not a thing uh, people can gain. This is a thing that's necessary to be delivered to the whole community. And why? Because the open source have a lot of benefits. And how I will use MIT license, and everybody can get this value and replicate it as they want. Is benefits that's open source model for control. The community, how people understand that this thing, it's not a proprietary thing for me or other company. It's a thing that people will make a lot of communities. I imagine it, a lot of bubbles from IT, bubbles from physicians, bubbles from engineers, and a lot of communities will be created as a consequence of the Conn2Flow, because this is an open source model and everybody will understand it. Another thing from the open source is transparency. It's so important in this era, this new way, AI age, because when you have transparency, you can exchange, you can deliver much more values. For example, a thing that I thought is important to be transparency. You need a way using blockchain and Web3 to people gain value, consume values, but deliver values in a thing, in a way that it's a secure, because blockchain is so secure, Web3 is as well. And it's a way that people, everybody can watch what's going on. The thing it be need to be transparency itself, and the collaboration innovation. It's important to a way that we have a lot of solutions delivered from the companies every day. It's so quick the things going on, and they need a way to collaborate, to use these innovations in a collaborative way. And another thing I thought was, we have a lot of people as a poor guys. I am from Brazil, a poor country, and it's so difficult people to gain accessibility to enter in the flow, enter in this web, enter in this idea, in this ecosystem. So that's why open source it was thought, and that's why I am delivering Conn2Flow using this model. Another thing is the timing. Why now? Man, I don't know everybody, but in my experience, use AI as model and Gemini and AI agents and automations. I can't understand exactly the amount of thing that will was delivered until today. And it's difficult to understand, but it's so quick. So the urgency for new solutions give rapid tech change and the labor market shifts. This AI impact the robots, the first generation of robotics, domestic robotics will be delivered in the next
weeks, months, I don't know. I am so excited this moment, and that's why it's important to do it now. And another thing that can be noted is AI, in my opinion, in my experience, is ready to be used. I know that have hallucinations, problems with assertions, and the percentage of errors until today is high. But I adapt myself and I know to use it. And how can I say, passing by from this problem and the change context. When people understand how they need to input AI models and understand to use it, they can deliver a lot of great solutions in a way never imagined before. Now, I will deep enter in the three pillars of Conn2Flow ecosystem, the open source platform for future of work, human plus AI collaboration. But after we talk about these three pillars, I will introduce yourself this bird eye of this component I made. This is a first, how can I say, solution I used the AI in collaboration with a woman to make this product. This is a simple map draw navigator that I thought before, and they used it to, how can I say, make a mapping images, diagrams, and other things. This is a first, how can I say, solution I've delivered for using in pair AI to deliver solution. This was made using React and Tailwind CSS, and I think it's such nice solution. This is open source as well. Here we have a lot of commands that I will deliver next videos. How I prepare it using AI from the scratch, all the steps, and everybody will understand it with more precise. Now we'll enter deep in the how can I say, the general idea of a Conn2Flow ecosystem that I told you before, the three pillars, starter, intermediate, and advanced. And brief way, what will be this exactly, for example, here we have a starter. We ponder our profession. That's the first idea I thought. How can it, as I told before, it's important to put the people to use AI and gain value and deliver solutions with a much precise way. But not only it, as I told you before, you need an intermediate, how can I say, pillar to dev growth. But not only dev growth, start as a developer solution, but for everybody. And a community hub, how people will exchange values, how we will prepare people with more precise way, and so on. By the way, you have the advanced that is a core platform. This iOS ecosystem. This is where the system will be delivered, will be updated, will be constructed in the time. Now we'll talk about the starter pillar. What is starter pillar? In practice, what you will use it to do the thing itself. Basically, starter is a strategy to people and professional companies that they have the solutions delivered by the internet, but others not, or some disconnect things because my experience as a owner from Agile company, Agile Smart digital company, I learned that you have a lot of strategy that works and the other that don't work in total. So basic in it, I had one strategy start empowering people for using social media, how to how can I say, record videos. I will deliver one video learn teaching people how to use exactly these things I'm using here, and for they prepare material, record things, and put it in social media. And inside the social media, you learn to teach people how they use CTIs to go to one landing page. Inside the landing page, you divide it basically in two parts inside, two sections. In the first sections, I will teach people one strategy I'm using for me. It's a type of consultant guy using AI in collaboration with human, using their experience. That will be what I teach people to use AI to improve their work. This is a good thing for every type of professional, not only people from the AI, but all types of profession can use this solution. In the after the second section from this landing page, it's a local that I will show to people how they can prepare what they produce, what they build, for example, product, service itself. And this landing page and the whole material will be free for everybody to replicate. I will have the repository in GitHub to deliver it for every professional who will be impacted with my videos to to build their own solution. The final strategy I will use to prepare people to how can I say, measure exactly what is their clients using digital marketing strategy. For example, use Google Tag Manager, mapping events, make the whole structure and measure what client, where they come from. For example, ads campaigns or organic, how can I say, posts, and the whole process people, the clients use to enter in this environment, and what they consume, what type of client there is, and a lot of others measures that is so important today. It's common in my experience. People think that they only entering the internet, make one website or one page inside Facebook, or make some videos in some type of YouTube uh, media and so on. But this is not only enough to understand exactly what are their clients, and this measure is so important. So all this strategy, this is one type of pipeline, one type of ladder that's important to people when they want to consume some type of product or service. And the professional or company that will deliver these solutions need to understand this behavior, what client wants, what type of clients it is, and a lot of other techniques I know, and they will deliver in the type of embedded product that they will deliver freely for everybody, and everybody can get this starter and they make their own solution when they need. So we will prepare the whole strategy to guide to enter in the digital era. Because we have a lot here in Brazil, for example, we have a lot of people that don't know the basically. So we need to start this base to people have the base to start to gain money and monetize their products and services. For example, people that work with any type of professions need this thing, in my opinion. So this is the first thing you do, and now go to the intermediate. The intermediate, it's how people now understand what they can gain money using the basic forms. They needed to improve themselves, to understand thinking more precise, to understand how to use AI with the total power the AI can give, but not only AI, robotics, and a lot of others solutions we didn't know yet, but in the future, who knows? And what I think in this field, it's important to people be prepared using courses, using, for example, I had one idea that I think it could be a such nice way make more companies with type of fields of knowledge. For example, in my field, my bubble as a developer, as a senior software engineer and architect, we need a mock company, for example, using agile methodology, and they use AI agents to exchange values, how you can prepare devs to make their own company if they want or not, to prepare they to understand how a company of that makes software uh, build things. So we needed to prepare people, but not only for example, using methodology that the devs understand, but understand marketing, understand humans, understand the management, understand the whole structure. One company, it's important to use. In my opinion, as well, I think for the educational field, it's important so well because how we prepare people and not bring him a day for this intermediate level, I think the educational institution have a great local to, how can I say, improve people if they need these new technologies that spread away. And the another thing I thought in this intermediate level, it's where we have a lot of bubbles of community, extended values, not only for prepare themselves to work, make courses, and prepare themselves in practice a multi-company solution, but using a structure to make solutions for after they can go here and using the ecosystem, the core platform, plugins to include it. My CMS and then after the Conn2Flow now have by the inside ways to build the plugins. And these plugins is such nice way to people to deliver their values. And of course, here we will prepare people to use these techniques to make their portfolios. Portfolios started here because here they will prepare a lot of portfolio, show their values, etc. But here they will improve it to make plugins and they connect it to the advanced and the ecosystem. So, in my opinion, this is a such nice way to people as a ladder start and they after go to this new level and intermediate level and after go to this final stage. Now we talk a little about advanced to people understand. Here is the platform as service as I told before. It's here we have in start using this MS, but I will prepare. I have a how can I say one of task I will make in this roadmap is to passing my CMS with using microservices and AWS solutions to clouding and to improve the reliability of the system. In this advanced way, this is the system itself. I talk with in the next videos so hard. I will build the solution using Microservices and AWS, as I told, and it will be used for everybody to replicate this system. And because, in my opinion, in the next stage, I think Conn2Flow will have a lot of peers, and we will connect to these peers. I have my Conn2Flow, another company I have there, yes, and so on. Because I have one strategy to connect these peers using a type of API driving solution. And by the way, uh, I think this will be a such nice way to exchange values. I thought that the name I told it's workforce credit. That's a type of Bitcoin of work. It's a blockchain solution to people gain credits, selling their products using the security of blockchain, and consume as a marketplace, a local that every peer implementation of the Conn2Flow that connected in the flow will be exchange value using this work credit. And I thought a lot of solutions that you, in the next videos I will talking and the build the solution as well. For example, I think it's necessary to have a type of inflation values to use this inflation as a type of investment inside the web, inside the net of the Conn2Flow. And this value is important to use for people entering the web. But not only it, it's such nice ideas I think before, and I will show to everybody the small piece and the time in the time what I'm building and so on. So that is it. Thank you for watching. And if you want to participate in this project, please enter in contact with me. If you want to sponsor, if you are, how can I say, educational institution, you can make a partner. Anyway, I'm open to hear and exchange the experience. Bye bye.